You guys ready to have a good time in this lens review? Today I'm reviewing this bad boy right here. Let's rock and roll. What's good, guys? This is Vahagraphy. I'm Vahagan, your rock and roll photographer. Thank you for joining me for another lens review. Today we're reviewing the Nikon NIKKOR 105mm 2.8S macro lens, Z mount lens. Excited to make this review for you guys today. I have a lot of experience with macro lenses. The previous generation, I've also owned the VR 105 f-mount lens. It was an awesome lens, but now since I moved on to mirrorless cameras for my primary work, I use this lens. I picked it up. This lens cost about $1,000 US. I've used it for some time now, off and on, when I do event photography, like wedding photography, and I want those close-up fine shots of the jewelry, the rings. You can have a lot of fun with this lens. You can be creative with macro photography. Now, it is super, super sharp. And I'll show you. We're going to do some video clips. We're going to do some stills. But first up, let me show you some detail specs of the 105 MC lens. Come right back and we'll go into more detail. Let's go. When you visit the Nikon USA website, under this lens, the title reads, "Your Vision Beyond the Ordinary." This lens is a 1:1 lens. What that means is the ratio of subject size on the sensor plane is the same or greater than the actual real life size of your subjects. That's what makes macro lenses able to take those super sharp close-up images of insects and rings, jewelry, and everything under the sun. That's what makes it so awesome. Now, I've owned the G version of this lens for f-mount cameras, and I can tell the differences. This lens is a little bit sharper, is a heck of a whole lot lighter. I really like this display on top of this lens. It comes in handy because when you use this lens, you use it a lot on manual focus mode, especially when you're on a tripod and really shooting those macro shots. And that screen really helps you dial in your focus, your aperture. It really, really does come in handy. One good thing is, if you were using the G lens and you sold it and you still have that filters, you can use the same size filters on this version. Now that screen works great under bright sunlight. You can really read the display in any type condition. The buttons and the switches on the lens itself do feel great, constructed well. This lens comes with both front and rear caps, a plastic hood. That's one thing Nikon I think should work on, is the material used for the hood. The hood feels okay, not the best, but it gets the job done. Welcome back, guys. So the lens does not weigh that much. It's actually a light lens. However, it's constructed very well. It's got a display here on top, like premium lenses do on the Nikon Z lineup. It's got controllable function button right on the lens, an auto and manual switch. It's got a focus ring that feels really good and smooth. And it's got a customizable ring as well. Pretty awesome. And it also has a focus limiter switch. And this is what it looks like with the hood on. It's lighter than the previous generation f-mount glass. And yeah, it comes in handy, which I'm about to show you right now what this lens can actually really do out there. Taking pictures and video clips. You can really get creative with the 105 MC. Now Nikon makes I believe a 50mm MC macro as well for $600, but the 105 MC will cost you around $1,000 US. All right, so right now let's take some photography samples with the 105 MC using the Nikon Z9, and let's also take some video clips. Let's get creative in this review. All right, guys, let's go. Let's really have some fun with this because I really like this lens. I'm a big fan of the 105 MC, and I want to show you what this thing can do. So let's go. So this was a really nice day for sample photos and videos, which I will be showing you in a minute. This is pretty much your only option at 105 millimeters and macro work. If you have a Z9, Z6, Z7, Z5, you can also use this lens with your ZFC, Z50, and APS-C crop body cameras. The first couple of examples I'm going to show you is the EVF. I did record the EVF. I just wanted to show you the speed of how the Z9 and this lens acquires focus when you're doing autofocus at single focus point. And on this next example, when you're doing video, just look at how smooth the transition is when I'm moving the focus point from left to right. The camera and lens is doing a smooth job. Here I'm recording on the Z9 4K 120, and I'll be slowing it down to 25%. When you're doing macro work on a tripod, the Z9 and this lens is excellent for that precise focus. You dial it in. Here you could see the focus and how quick it is. Once again, focusing on the leaves and the ground here. It's quick, it's snappy, and I can't ask for any better performance than this. And once again, when I'm doing video with small area AF autofocus, I just wanted to see how smooth the transitions are. Again, autofocus at single focus point, right where I want the focus to be, and it's quick. I'm really liking the output of this lens. It's really, really sharp. Just look at that. Look at the background blur. This is slowed down. I'm recording it again 4K 120, and I'm slowing it down. Too bad there wasn't a lot of movement. Here's a couple of stills. I'm cropping in here. Look at the sharpness I'm getting. You can actually see every little detail of the leaves here. Let me show you another video clip. Just look at the mood. You can really do some creative video and filmmaking. Just look how sharp that is. You can see every little detail of that leaf, that maple leaf. Again, cropped in here, that previous image. The 105 MC works very well with the Nikon Z9. It really complements the features of that camera. This lens is truly a work of art. It's really special. I mean, it's very sharp. You can really get in close, detail, sharpness, colors. It's very fun to use. One example of what I'm talking about. This is a tree. Doesn't look much of anything special, but when you get this lens on there, check what you can produce. Check this out. Check this out. So what I did here is I closed my aperture down all the way to maybe it said f40, and I had to crank the ISO to like 20 or 30,000 ISO. I just wanted to see the Sunstar, and just look at that result. This is slow motion 4K 120 at about 30,000 ISO. And now at more of a lower ISO and at wide open at 2.8. Enjoy the imagery here, guys. So I noticed some military helicopters above, and I took this picture really quick. Let me crop in here heavily to that image that you just saw. Just wanted to see how sharp the Z9 performs in this condition. Here's the image again. Let's crop it in even further. What are those helicopters, guys? Here's another example of closing my aperture all the way and busting up my ISO to something crazy like 40,000 ISO. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this lens, the sample images, if you're gonna get this lens, if you already have it. Leave me that comment. After a long time shooting for this review, we got hungry and a little barbecue is in order right now. Come on over, guys. Let's rock and roll. Okay, welcome back, guys. What'd you guys think? Special, right? Sharp in every way. You can even shoot portraits with the 105 MC as well. I did do a video comparing the 105 MC lens doing portraits with this lens behind me, which is the 7200 2.8. If you missed that video, check it out. I'll put the link up top and then in the description below. So who is this lens for, guys? Event photographers, environmental, photographers that shoot nature, portraits. If you want to really get close to like nature, flowers, bugs, pretty much macro work. You like macro photography, you're gonna be picking up the 105 MC lens. Things that I don't like about this lens, actually, there's one thing, which these lenses are all electronically focused by wire lenses, so it's missing that touch response you get with the older f-mount lenses. You gotta get used to focusing manually, but you'll get the hang of it. Not a big deal, but everything else, I love the lens. It's constructed well and it gets the job done for me. Okay, everyone, I want to thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate all you guys out there. If you've stumbled upon this review, that you were searching for the 105 MC lens, and this is your first time on Vahagraphy, do me a favor, guys. If you like videos like this, and there'll be more reviews in the future, subscribe to Vahagraphy, hit that like button. Believe it or not, subscribers, motivate me to create more content. So do me a favor, guys. It helps me out. Subscribe to this channel and hit that thumbs up button if you like this video. I want to thank you guys for watching once again. The Nikon NIKKOR 105 MC lens S line, it does the job. Phenomenal lens, 10 out of 10. I recommend this lens to anybody that has a Nikon Z camera. Go out and get this lens because it's worth every single penny and more. Vahagraphy recommends the 105 MC 2.8 S line. It's phenomenal. Macro work, you name it, even portraits. This thing is awesome. I've not met a 105 MC user that does not like this lens. This is Vahagraphy. I'm Vahagan, your rock and roll photographer. Have fun, stay safe, and rock and roll. Hey, what's good, guys? Vahagan here from Vahagraphy. If you like more photography, rock, and content like this one, go ahead and check out the videos on the screen and subscribe to this channel for more exclusive content.